thanks to Richie Helger and the gang at Helger South Coast Power Equipment for jumping on board once again to present our Sportsman division. If you're looking for outdoor equipment, check out the folks at Helger South Coast Power Equipment in Westport, Mass. And they will become your only stop for outdoor power equipment. Field is set. Caution lights out. The Bristol Toyota Pace truck ready to pull down to the infield. The 54 of Lambert and the 1 of Perry ready to have at it off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. We're underway.
Colby Lambert in the number 54 leads. And yellow flag out. They await the green silk to drop. Challenging immediately to the outside. Going to be Ed Perry in the 1 machine. Steve Bowden looks over the field. Off of turn 4 they come. Green flag in the air and we're racing.
Down into turn 1 they go. Perry on the outside. Lambert down on the inside as they come down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel at the top of the field. They roll down into turn number 3. Lambert with the advantage off of 4. He'll lead lap number 1.
Randy Moretti settling in right behind the Lambert machine as they do battle. Lambert still with inside position on the 1 of Eddie Perry. Bumper to side by side they come off of 4. Ed Perry high exit off of 4. Gives the lead to Lambert that time. And here comes Randy Moretti to the inside of Perry. A little bit sideways that time. Sacrifices some momentum. And here comes Rio to the outside.
Moretti getting a little aggressive down to the inside. Caution flag is out for 1 car. It's a 16 of Sylvia going around in the middle of turns 1 and 2. That slows us up for the first time with 3 laps up on the board.
Ed Perry will try to see if he can cede the top spot from the number 54 Lambert Burrs Racing machine. Randy Moretti, meanwhile, just behind on the inside of row 2, going to try and hold off Chad Baxter. Green flag in the air, and Colby Lambert leads the Sportsmans down into turn 1.
Off the second corner they come, and again Lambert setting the pace. Ed Perry trying to hold on the outside as Moretti gets a run down to the inside. Baxter is there 3 wide. Caution flag is out for Mackenzie Stevenson, but they were 3 wide coming into turn 3 with the 19 of Lineham, the 3 of Rio, and the 4 of Pianka up on their best out there week after week to improve on the last time. Field is set, caution lights out, Bristol Toyota Pace truck down in the infield. We're ready to go off of turn number 4. There's a green flag 1 more time, and third time is still the same as the first time with Lambert and Perry racing off of turn number 2.
And just like that, it's 3 wide again. Adam Pettey sends it down the inside of Rio, easily gaining position, going to take on Pianka as well. And just like that, Adam Pettey's jumped from 7 to 5th.
And Perry got caught up on the outside, dropped a couple of spots as they head down the 3 and 4. Trouble for 1 car. That's a 69 of Perry. He's playing ping pong down the back straightaway, gathers it back in as they come off of 4.
Yeah.
Up front, look at the battle for the lead. Up on the outside, Chad Baxter walking that top lane down into 3.
Chad Baxter powers on through turn 4. Has the edge at the line. Colby Lambert sideways down the front stretch, able to reel it right back in. He's hanging tough on the inside, not quite giving up. Meanwhile, just behind him, Adam Pettey starts moving in on Craig Pianka for 3rd. So that's Randy Moretti in the 5 car. They're still side by side down into turns 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Chad Baxter has cleared himself all around for the top spot.
Baxter looking to get himself back into victory lane, leads the charge across the stripe. Lambert sits 2nd. 3rd is Pettey with Moretti, and now Steve Axon rounding out the top 5. Pianka sits 6th. Perry is 7th. Lineham is 8th. 9th is the 97 of Almeida, who started scratch on the field, and big trouble down to 3 and 4. Perry and Sylvia get together. The 56 gets into it as well. He goes around, and we are under caution for the 3rd time.
Boy, mayhem ensuing towards the back half of this field. Andy Gillis in that 56 coming to meet the rear bumper of the 69 of Don Perry, sending him around instantaneously, and we're under yellow for the third time this evening in the Sportsman's with just 7 laps up on the board.
Well, part of that is the track itself with the rubber from the modifieds. And I know David was out there trying to clean as much of it off as he could, but you can't get that down to get rid of the rubber. So these guys are trying to work their way with a slick racetrack and keep their cars underneath them. Come around, Chad Baxter and Colby Lambert, 1 and 2, ready to have at it off of 3 and 4, looking for the green. Bowden lets him go, and we're back underway. Lambert trying to get a good run up on the outside, but off of 2, they're dead even.
Now Lambert, for the first time this evening, going to have to try and get it done on the high side as Chad Baxter leads the field around to complete a lap. Adam Pettey glued to the rear bumper that time into 1. He starts to work his way alongside the 54, who starts shuffling back just a little bit as Chad Baxter has cleared himself all around for the lead. Meanwhile, Steve Axon and Adam Pettey together just for a moment off of turn 4. They continue to beat and bang through 1 and 2. It's a 3-dog race for second.
Down to the inside is Axon. In the middle is the 57 of Pettey. The 54 up on the outside, and give that spot to Axon, who takes 2. 3 wide, a little deeper. Look at Ed Perry come back to life. He battles with Ryan Lineham and Craig Pianka. They were 3 wide a moment ago. As the field thunders down into turn 3, the 16 of Sylvia bounces off the backstretch wall and holds on deep in the field.
Steve Axon, a feature winner last time out, just like that, has cruised right into second place, starting 9th in the field, and he starts to try and close down the gap. Meanwhile, 3 wide deep in the field as Pepe Silvia trying to get around both the 27 of Nick Wood and Chris Rio. He starts working his way around the high groove. Meanwhile, back towards the front, a string of cars led by Adam Pettey, followed by Colby Lambert, Ed Perry, and Ryan Lineham, all in a line from 3rd to 6th.
Down the backstretch they go, and little by little, Steve Axon is closing in the gap on Chad Baxter. Don't forget, this is 35 laps the distance, and while Baxter thought he had an unsurmountable lead, Steve Axon is closing in. He is running just about a 1/2 of a second quicker. Catching him is going to be one thing, passing him is going to be something totally different as they head down into turn number 1.
Yeah, Axon continuously taking tiny little bites out of that lead that Chad Baxter has grown over the last 8 or so laps as we get into our longest green flag run of the night. The field pretty much stringing itself out single file for now as Adam Pettey in the 57 now starts to break away from the rest of the field as he grows his lead in 3rd place.
17 laps are complete at the stripe. We have hit the halfway point in round number 1 of the Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown for the Helger South Coast Power Equipment Sportsman Division. Chad Baxter sets the pace. Steve Axon is 2nd. 3rd is Adam Pettey. Colby Lambert 4th. Ed Perry rounds out the top 5. The field starting to string itself out around the 3rd mile as your leaders head down the back straightaway.
Ryan Lineham with the rear view mirror full of Craig Pianka. Pianka with the look to the inside as the 2 cars dive into 3. Gets a wheel well to the inside of Lineham. Moves the 19 up just enough to slide right by to the inside. Getting the point of the clenched yellow flag as it waves by. Sideways for Pianka. Keeps it rolling in the right direction.
And that was a battle for 6th as Pianka has taken that. Moretti up to 7th now. Up front there, which was once a 10-car difference, now sits a car length between the 0 as Tyler Almeida has come to a halt right down to the infield off of turn number 4. And with 20 laps complete, we're under yellow for the 4th time as Tyler Almeida has given up the ghost off of turn number 4. Come on down and join us as our youth sports take center stage. Scout Night's on the 24th as we get ready off of turn number 4, back underway. Green flag unfurls. Baxter and Axon down into turn number 1. Baxter's got the advantage, but Steve trying to get a run up top with Pettey right there behind. It's a 3-car, make it a 4-car fight. Here comes the 54, Lambert back in.
Oh, sliding off of turn 4 is Chad Baxter. Allows Steve Axon to catch right back up on the outside. There's Adam Pettey to the inside. Thought about it for a second to the inside of Baxter. Settled back in.
Problem for Rio down the back straightaway. Slides it down to the infield and out of harm's way. And that's going to bring out another yellow. He came off with turn number 2, and it looked like the car had just quit. Fortunately, he was on the inside, and he was able to bring it down into the infield grass, and right now we're back under yellow, and it looks like he got it refired. We'll be able to go pit side.
Out of row 5. Lights out now. Green flag going to be coming this time by as Steve Bowden reviews the lineup, lets the green flag loose, and we have a drag race down into 1 between Baxter and Axon.
Down off of turn number 2 they come, side by side. Give Baxter the advantage by about a bumper into 3 and 4. Axon battles back up on the outside, and Axon will lead that lap as Baxter got loose down the front stretch.
Axon looks real strong on that high groove, pulling out to about his rear real well over Chad Baxter. Baxter, though, strong off of 4 that time. Remains just about even into 1, just hopping over the berm that little bit, gives the momentum to Axon, but Baxter able to close right back in on the entry to 3.
Axon keeping the 0 tight and trying to get him to fight the handles on that 0, but battling off of turn number 2, they swap the lead back and forth. Axon up on the outside with a bumper advantage, making a fender advantage. Here comes Baxter back down on the inside. He'll lead lap number 26.
Baxter and Axon continue to throw jabs, and all this fighting allows, you guessed it, Adam Pettey right into the mix. He's about a half a car length back of Baxter. Real good low turn off of 4 that time, and it's a 3-horse race at the point for the lead.
Some great racing deeper in the pack. Steve Axon working the inside of the 5 of Randy Moretti right behind Eddie Perry as they come off of turn 4. Here comes Ryan Lineham down underneath Chris Gomes into turn number 1. Up front, they're still side by side for the lead. Axon up on the outside, Baxter down low. They come off the corner. Axon slides up wide. Here comes Baxter back down on the inside. Doesn't have enough to take advantage. Does he have enough down the back straightaway? He evens up into 3.
Battle at the lead intensifying, and Adam Pettey just waiting in line to see which line's going to move and where can I put my car. Dead even into 1, level as they unwind off of 2. Give the slight advantage to Baxter this time as they dive back to 3. And Steve Axon real strong, continuing to show great pace on that outside, hanging real tough with Adam Pettey looming in the rear view.
Yeah, Baxter able to take over. Now he's got up to a half a car length, but here comes Axon back up on the outside, down into turn number 3. They roll off of 4. Baxter gets a little bit loose. Now Axon back to the top of the leaderboard at lap number 32. 3 laps to go that time. It's still anybody's race. Don't count out Adam Pettey because he is still on the tail of Baxter.
An incredible showcase of racecraft here as Axon not giving an inch. 2 to go that time on the line. Give it to Axon again, but Chad Baxter strong on that low lane. Adam Pettey, though, right behind him as well, as Chad Baxter fades just a bit. The advantage going to be to Axon again at the line. White flag in the air.
Down into 1 and 2 for the final time. Baxter tries it one last shot down on the inside. Up on the outside, Axon has that machine flying, but Baxter battles back into 3 and 4. They come off the corner. They both slide off the corner, and it's going to be Axon taking down the win by 72 thousandths of a second. Second place going to Chad Baxter. Adam Pettey finishing 3rd. Colby, Lambert, and Randy Moretti rounding out the top 5. But this one, they got nothing to hang their heads on. They drove a fantastic race, all 3 of these gentlemen. And Chad's going to be one of the first one to congratulate our winner. A big smile on Steve Axon's face. He's already got the helmet off. The belts are coming off. And a couple of post-race words between the first and second place finishers. 72 thousandths of a second was the difference between them. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, climbing out of his winning car. How about a round of applause for Steve Axon? Steve, congratulations. Now, the big question going into that last restart was, were you going to have enough on the outside to hold up with Chad?
No.
And boy, you had just enough.
Yeah, every time I felt like I got a little bit on him, he would gain it back. I'd get a little loose. I'd have it a little crossed up on the way out, so I'd have to ease off the gas. But these guys, I mean, Chad's a national champion. He ran me like a gentleman. I can't ask for any more. Pettey, he was all over me, but he ran me like a gentleman. And even earlier in the race, he got at 3 wide, the poor guy. So, and they was like, give him room, give him room. I'm like, oh man, now I got to take it. So it's good to see him get back. But yeah, these guys are the class of the field.
I heard, I don't know if it was you or Chad that said it, said that was a lot of fun. Racing that close for so many laps, it looked like fun.
Yeah, tonight was fun. I mean, when you get guys like that, like we're all slipping, we're all sliding, it's modified rubber, we're all going to have a tough time with it. But everybody, there was a little bit of give and take. It wasn't anybody driving through anybody. It was, you know, a lot of fun. I was out there going, oh man, I'm missing the corner. Oh, I could feel the front end settling too much and stuff. But you know, this is a fun night. I always seem to do good on modified night. I don't know why. And I beat Chad on modified night quite a few years ago. I think it was 4 years ago. So it's good for me, bad for him. But he's a national champion, and it showed because he ran me like a gentleman.
2 in a row has got to feel real good this early in the season.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was just waiting for myself to mess something up really good. Like, oh, this is where he's going to get me. And I don't know. I beat him. It's a miracle. You know, I'm happy I was up in the front with guys like this that run clean. And yeah, that's about it.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank F&H Machine Shop, my engine builder. He's here all the time with me. Thank you to Eddie. The crew, without them, it's not even possible to do this. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to leave for my place in Maine right after this, but I guess we'll be cooking on the grill and having some beers.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. 2 in a row. Second place to Chad Baxter. And Chad, I know it's a little disappointing to finish second, but man, that was the most exciting second place finish we've had in a long time for the Sportsman.
Yeah, it was fun, and I got it from him in a heat race on the outside, so the outside is better with the corners being paved now. We just need a little bit more on the bottom to get him.
Car looked real good tonight, as strong as it has all year. You got to feel real confident about that.
Yeah, tonight it was pretty good. It's best it's been, and now it's going up on Jackson, so we're going to bring the Ford out.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
I got to thank Rich and Emily Sprague, Zach, the family for letting me come all the time around, spend with them, working on the race car and stuff, and IRS Performance, Nat Chevatone, Rhode Island Recovery. That should do it.
Great run. Second place to Chad Baxter. Third place finisher, Adam Pettey. And Adam, it seemed like every time you had an opening and you were going for it, it closed up before you could even take advantage.
Yeah, Chad was real loose, but so weren't we. Every time he went loose, I hit the throttle, try to jump in, and I was loose right behind him.
It looked like it was a lot of fun following these two. Was it getting frustrating knowing that there was nowhere to go?
No, I mean, I kind of liked riding around in third, just kind of, I was hoping something would open up for us, but it didn't. Like I said, we got looser and looser as the race went on, but the last 10 laps were a lot of fun sliding around and trying to chase them down.
I know you got some people that keeping this thing up front every week.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Dean, my dad, Mike, Jerry, Skirt, you know, they all help out in the pits and whatnot. Then Brian Hill Farms and Petty Auto Salvage as the sponsors. You know, it all helps. It all comes together and makes it happen.
Congratulations. Great third place finish. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? How about a round of applause for our top three?